names of the people in this lesson cannot be disclosed yet for legal reasons, so they will be known as suspects A, B, C, D, and the Emperor will be known as the Emperor in this investigation. They will reveal names. Alright, so your anticipatory guide, which should be on your worksheet right here. So you were to click on your worksheet. Your worksheet is digital today. Once you make your copy, you're going to start the warm-up. So your pre-assessment warm-up right here. So read the statements, write agree or disagree, and then explain why. So for example, being the leader of an empire is dangerous. You are going to write whether you agree or disagree, and then explain why. When the timer goes off, that is when you will talk. So for the next 2 minutes, you are going to quietly, on your own, put your thoughts down on the paper, and then when the timer goes off, we'll talk about it. What's the question? Like it can be. You are typing right now. Okay, so what? WHT, once again, we are not talking for the next 15 seconds. Get your thoughts down on the paper first, and then we will talk about it. Yes, you're doing the anticipatory guide. So read the statements, write agree or disagree, and explain. All right. Now take 1 minute. You're going to turn and talk with your neighbor. You're going to say what you agree and disagree about it, and go. So now you can talk.
With the first part, where it says I am the leader of the empire's insurance, I agree with that statement because in order to be a leader, you just all like laws that can start to develop. But there's not everyone will like you when you're a leader. And some people can like try to kill you because maybe a law that you did that was wrong.
I would also like to add on to what you're saying because being a leader, it can be very dangerous in some situations because if an invasion happens, you have to be very dangerous. You have to be prepared for it and whatever happens.
And like if you're fighting a war and like they're always trying to target the leader. I'm not even on the right path. Yeah.
Because think about it, most wars happen because people get mad at murder. So that means a lot of murders happen and the leader can keep on your own. It can absolutely true. And the first one being the leader of the empire. Because remember how Trump got all these assassinations.
Yeah.
Murder is like premeditated.
Similar.
Alright. All eyes up here, level 0 voices. 3, 2, and 1. Alright, raising our hands, we're going to discuss as a class. Being the leader of an empire is dangerous. Raise your hand if you agree. Kyrie, why do you agree?
Because a lot of presidents have been assassinated, and I think before they would be an emperor for their own leaders.
Good, very good. Say your hand onto that.
So basically, this actually recently happened with Donald Trump.
and it happened with JFK too. So.
Alright, anybody else agree? Brandon, why?
I agree because like in order to be a leader, you can make laws and stuff. And some people might not those laws, and maybe they'll hate you for your past, so they can try to.
Alright, very good. Does anybody disagree? Nope. Alright, that's okay. Number 2, murderers always have a motivation. Ella, why do you agree or disagree that
I agree,
murderers always
because-
have a motivation?
Because the definition is literally the unlawful premeditated, which means you have to think it out and plan it. So if you're gonna think it out and plan something, you kind of need a motivation to do it.
Okay? Nyla, add on to that.
I actually disagreed because
Okay.
I believe that sometimes people have things going on mentally or they just truly have a vendetta against that person. When you're not thinking straight, which could also be the cause of mental problems, when you're not thinking straight, you don't always need to have a motivation. It could just be something going on.
Alright, Josh.
I respectfully disagree with that statement that I just said because most of the time I heard this from Slater because he explained it very beautifully and I picked it up in my mind. He said that even if you have a mental disability, that's you letting out what you have in your head or just anger or something you want. That's you letting it out on another victim. And that's basically being motivated by your mental issues and you letting out your anger on that person.
Alright, very good. Alright. At the same time, we gotta move on to the third one. Leaders are killed by their own people. Raise your hand if you agree. Leaders are killed by their own people.
Oh, not agree.
Addie, why do you agree with that?
I agree because just like America, many presidents have been assassinated by people, and most of the people who assassinated them are probably from America. So we can think of America kind of as an empire, kind of, even though it's not really.
Okay. Kylie, add on to that.
I feel that I agree because in some cases, power people, bodyguards, or people in the village will kill them for power and hatred. Like Alexander the Great's father, he got killed by his own bodyguard.
Okay, very good. Does anybody disagree?
Wait, no.
Calvin, why do you disagree?
I disagree because the leaders could be killed in war by an enemy. Yeah.
Okay, very good. Alright, and the last one. Murder cases are solved by using primary and secondary sources. Raise your hand if you agree. Kevin, why do you agree?
So I agree because those sources are some of the only ways to get information about the murder. So most detectives use those because there's not anything else that can really help you.
Very good. Anybody disagree?
Kind of.
Okay, Addie, what do you think?
So I agreed and disagreed because yes, most murder cases are solved by witnesses and secondary sources, but I kind of think that some murder cases are only solved by primary sources because it's more evident because they were actually witnessing it, and secondary sources are they're passed on.
Very good. Alright, great job. Alright, so keep all that in your mind as we go through today. So today we are going to be detectives and we are going to solve one of the murders in Rome. So our agenda today, so we just had our detective meeting. We'll finish that up here in a second, go over the case, what the plan is. You're going to break off into your investigation stations to figure out which room was the murder in, what weapon was used, and the person that did it. We'll come back together. We will put the stories together. You will then write the story in the Padlet online so that way it doesn't get erased. And then we will write our final report on the Canva report. And then I will reveal the correct answer to see if we got it right or not. So that's going to be the plan the next 2 days. Alright, so once again, the names of the people cannot be disclosed yet for legal reasons, so they'll be known as, the people will be known as suspects A, B, C, D, and the Emperor, his name is not released. He will be just known as the Emperor for this investigation. Alright, the murder case. Alright, so on your worksheets, I need you to click on the link that says U9D1. Murder case U9D1. So you are going to read about to the murder case. This is just a little background information. I need you to fill in the missing blanks. So this just gives us some context of what we are going to be solving today. And then Calvin, you can look on with Bryson. Take the pass. Yep, so this link right here under murder case E9D1. Click that link, take 2 minutes, read, and then fill in the missing blanks. And then those of you who are doing it will get points for your group.